Komodo dragons, the deadly king of lizards and the hunt to control them. Hello, everyone. Meet the Komodo dragon, the undisputed king of all lizards. This massive reptile can weigh up to 150 kilograms, 330 pounds, and, while it may not have legendary wings or breathe fire, it possesses an arsenal of deadly weapons. Armed with razor-sharp teeth, toxic saliva, and a highly sensitive, flickering tongue, the Komodo dragon is a predator like no other. With these advantages, it can take down massive prey, from water buffalo and deer to, in rare cases, even humans. Despite global conservation efforts, Komodo dragons remain a prime target for hunters. The underground organizations involved in hunting them are growing increasingly sophisticated, raising serious concerns about the future of this ancient predator. But why is the Komodo dragon being hunted? And what role do these organizations play in its survival or extinction? Comment 1 below to share your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an update. With its flat head, piercing gaze, and long, muscular tail dragging across the ground, the Komodo dragon looks like a prehistoric monster trapped in the modern world. As it moves, its tongue flickers constantly, much like a venomous snake sensing its prey. But when the Komodo strikes, it does so with terrifying speed. A single bite from this apex predator is like the scythe of death, lightning fast, brutally powerful, and almost always fatal. Its venom, laced with thousands of deadly bacteria, weakens and incapacitates its prey almost instantly. And with a jaw strength capable of crushing bone and flesh in seconds, the victim rarely has time to react. The Komodo dragon is a living legend, but its survival is under threat. Will conservation efforts protect this magnificent beast, or will poaching and illegal hunting push it closer to extinction? Let's dive into the debate. Drop a 1 in the comments if you're ready to explore the truth behind the hunt for the world's most fearsome lizard. Komodo dragon venom, the silent killer lurking among us. What makes Komodo dragon venom so terrifying? Unlike ordinary toxins, the venom of the Komodo dragon is a potent cocktail of deadly proteins designed to cripple, paralyze, and kill. Once injected into a victim, this venom induces rapid shock, weakens the body, and gradually shuts down the nervous system, leaving the prey completely immobilized, unable to escape its fate. But here's the shocking truth: Komodo dragons aren't just hiding in the wild, they're creeping closer to us. As natural food sources dwindle, these giant predators are becoming more daring and aggressive. Reports of Komodo dragons invading farms, killing livestock, and causing economic losses in the tens of millions are increasing at an alarming rate. Chickens, goats, and even larger animals have fallen victim to these fearsome reptiles, making them a growing threat to the agricultural industry. And if that wasn't terrifying enough, Komodo dragons have been known to enter homes, hiding in dark corners, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Imagine walking into your house, only to find a 10-foot-long, venomous monster staring back at you. That's not just a nightmare, it's a frightening reality for some. So, what can be done to stop this rising threat? How can we protect our homes, farms, and communities from these modern-day dinosaurs? Drop a 1 in the comments to join the discussion, and let's explore real solutions to deal with these deadly invaders before it's too late. Komodo dragon hunters, the battle against a deadly predator. With no other options, farmers were forced to take action. Faced with an escalating Komodo dragon threat, they called in the most skilled and fearless hunters, experts brave enough to face one of nature's most formidable predators. To successfully neutralize these massive, venomous reptiles, hunters are equipped with high-powered rifles and shotguns, loaded with ammunition designed for maximum stopping power. But weapons alone aren't enough. The real key to success lies in a deep understanding of Komodo dragon behavior, expert tracking abilities, and unmatched precision in firearms handling. It's important to note that this hunt isn't a reckless extermination effort. It's a legal, government-approved initiative aimed at protecting farmers, communities, and livestock from this growing invasive threat. Why do Komodo dragons fight each other? You might wonder, why do Komodo dragons fight amongst themselves? While they belong to the same species, their survival instincts override loyalty. When food becomes scarce, competition turns ruthless. Within every group, a strict hierarchy is maintained, and violent confrontations are their way of establishing dominance and ensuring stability within their ranks. Komodo dragons, masters of land and water. And don't let the calm waters fool you, Komodo dragons aren't just deadly on land. These ancient predators are adapted for aquatic hunting as well. Even fish aren't safe from their lethal ambushes. In a matter of seconds, a Komodo dragon can devour its prey whole, a truly terrifying sight that reinforces its status as a top-tier predator. With their population increasing and their attacks becoming more frequent, the question remains, should Komodo dragons be controlled more aggressively? Leave a 1 in the comments if you believe stronger action is needed to protect communities from these deadly predators. Komodo dragon's deadly cousin, the monitor lizard invasion. Did you know that the Komodo dragon has a terrifying relative? That's right, the monitor lizard. And just like its venomous cousin, the monitor lizard is an aggressive, fearless predator that will charge, attack, and send people into a full-blown panic. But here's what makes them even scarier, they don't just lurk in the wild. These audacious reptiles have been spotted boldly invading supermarkets, roaming the aisles as if they own the place. Imagine walking into your local store, only to see a 6-foot lizard staring back at you. Terrifying, right? I don't know about you, but I'd be sprinting straight home. How are farmers fighting back? To conserve ammunition and avoid unnecessary confrontations, farmers have turned to a smarter approach, homemade traps. These ingenious yet simple devices help capture smaller monitor lizards effectively. However, when it comes to larger, more powerful lizards, these traps often fall short, allowing them to escape and continue their rampage. So, is there a better way to control this growing threat? Should stronger, more advanced methods be used to stop these fearsome invaders? Let's hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below with your ideas, and don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss an update on these incredible yet terrifying creatures. The wild boar invasion, America's most destructive invasive species. Did you know? Wild boars became an invasive species in the 16th century, when European settlers brought them to the United States for hunting. But what started as a controlled introduction has turned into a nationwide crisis. Today, wild boars are multiplying at an alarming rate, wreaking havoc on farms, ecosystems, and even public safety. Curious about what makes wild boars such a formidable threat? Comment 1 below, and let's dive into their astonishing characteristics. Unstoppable reproduction and rapid spread. Wild boars have an extraordinary ability to reproduce. A single sow can give birth to 13 to 18 piglets per litter, with breeding seasons peaking in the spring and summer. By winter, they grow a thick coat of fur to withstand harsh conditions, allowing them to thrive year-round. In states like Texas, wild boar populations have exploded into the millions, with these animals living unchecked in the wild. Their relentless expansion destroys farmland, damages ecosystems, and puts enormous strain on local communities. A deadly combination of strength and aggression. These aren't your average pigs. Wild boars are massive, powerful, and dangerously aggressive. They can survive in hostile environments, and if they feel threatened, they won't hesitate to attack humans. Their razor-sharp tusks and muscle-packed bodies make them a serious danger to anyone who gets too close. Terrified yet? If you think wild boars are one of the scariest invasive species, drop a 1 in the comments and tell us what you'd do if you encountered one. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss a video on the most dangerous creatures on Earth. The wild boar invasion, a $1.6 billion disaster. Wild boars are on the move, tearing through farms, forests, and even urban areas, and the damage they leave behind is staggering. These destructive invaders feast on roots, fruits, and crops, traveling in massive herds across grasslands and dense forests, leaving farmers and landowners in ruin. The devastating cost of the wild boar invasion. With each boar weighing 200 to 350 pounds, their sheer strength allows them to plow through farmland with ease. According to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, wild boars are responsible for a jaw-dropping $1.6 billion in agricultural damage every year. Just imagine this, in Texas alone, a single herd of hundreds of wild boars destroyed over 100 acres of cornfields in one sweep, causing losses of up to $200 million. And that's just one incident. A growing threat to cities and farms. These invasive beasts aren't just a rural problem. They're now invading suburban neighborhoods, tearing up lawns, damaging property, and even causing car accidents. With their explosive reproduction rates, the crisis is only getting worse. If you think wild boars are one of the most destructive invasive species, drop a 1 in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss the latest updates on nature's most unstoppable invaders. Wild boar traps, the farmer's secret weapon against invasion. The battle against wild boars, a simple yet effective strategy. With millions of wild boars wreaking havoc across farmlands, farmers have turned to a proven, cost-effective solution: strategically placed traps. These invaders destroy crops, damage property, and cause $1.6 billion in agricultural losses annually, but a well-placed trap can make all the difference. How farmers outsmart wild boars. To maximize success, farmers study boar activity, identifying trails, water sources, and feeding zones. Key signs include footprints, uprooted soil, and damaged crops, perfect spots to deploy traps for maximum impact. Once set, these traps require constant monitoring. Over time, as the number of captured boars declines, farmers can gradually reduce the frequency of trapping, creating a sustainable, long-term defense. Building a boar-proof trap. Did you know a sturdy wire trap can effectively contain a wild boar? Here's how. Heavy checkmark: dig a hole around the trap to stabilize it. Heavy checkmark: secure the trap by fastening its chain to a strong stake. Heavy checkmark: reinforce with wire, placed 3 to 6 inches away, creating a protective barrier. This method is affordable, practical, and keeps farmlands safe without relying on costly, aggressive measures. Would you use this trap against wild boars? Comment yes below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more innovative solutions to combat nature's wildest invaders. Wild boar control, traps, firearms, and hunting dogs in action. The smartest way to catch wild boars. With millions of wild boars rampaging through farms, hunters and farmers are stepping up their game. The key to a successful capture? The right bait and strategy. Choosing the perfect bait. Wild boars have an incredibly strong sense of smell, making bait selection crucial. Sweet corn, fermented grains, or molasses work best, drawing them into the trap with irresistible aroma. Trap maintenance for maximum efficiency. To keep the traps functional and effective, farmers replace bait regularly, reinforce worn-out parts, and fine-tune trap placements based on boar activity patterns. Do you think these farmers are resourceful? Comment 1 below. Hunting with firearms, a precision game. For larger infestations, firearms become a necessity. Most hunting takes place during daylight hours to ensure clear visibility and precise shots, usually within a range of several dozen yards for accuracy. Each hunting excursion can take down multiple wild boars, significantly reducing the threat to farmland. The power of hunting dogs. Hunters aren't working alone. Specially trained hunting dogs are their secret weapon. These dogs have superior tracking skills, sniffing out wild boars from miles away. Unmatched endurance, chasing and cornering boars until hunters arrive. Loyalty and precision, making them the perfect hunting partners. The teamwork between hunters and their dogs has been a game changer, leading to highly successful boar control efforts. Do you support these methods? Like and subscribe for more wildlife control strategies. Wild boar hunting, should we eat the meat? The truth revealed. What happens after the hunt? Once the wild boars are captured, the next big question is, what should be done with them? Some farmers choose to process the meat for personal consumption, while others worry about the health risks associated with eating wild boar. Is wild boar meat safe to eat? While wild boar meat is rich in protein and flavor, it comes with risks. Wild boars can carry infectious diseases like hepatitis E, trichinosis, and other parasites that can be harmful to humans if not properly cooked. Experts recommend heavy checkmark thoroughly cooking the meat to eliminate bacteria and parasites. Heavy checkmark getting the meat tested before consumption to ensure safety. Heavy checkmark following proper handling and storage methods to prevent contamination. Would you eat wild boar meat? Comment 1 below if you would, or 2 if you wouldn't. The ethical debate, should we consume wild boar meat? Beyond health concerns, some believe eating wild boar is inhumane and unnecessary, while others argue that hunting helps control the population and prevents damage to crops and ecosystems. So, where do you stand? Is wild boar meat a sustainable food source or a health hazard? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Like and subscribe for more wildlife insights. Wolves in the U.S., a growing threat to farmers and livestock. Once considered majestic predators of Europe and Asia, wolves have now become a serious threat in the United States. Originally introduced for hunting and recreational purposes, they have quickly adapted and are now an invasive species wreaking havoc on local ecosystems and communities. The rising conflict between wolves and farmers. For livestock owners, wolves are more than just a wildlife curiosity, they are a financial nightmare. These skilled hunters target sheep, cattle, and even horses, causing devastating losses for farmers. The economic impact is staggering, with millions of dollars in damages each year. Did you know? A single wolf pack can wipe out dozens of livestock in a single night. What's the solution? Should authorities tighten hunting laws, relocate wolves, or find alternative solutions? Drop a 3 in the comments if you want to explore new ways to handle the wolf crisis. Like and subscribe for more wildlife updates. Wolves' attack on farmers, how trapping can be the key solution. The growing threat to farmers, wolves versus livestock. Sheep herders and farmers across the country are increasingly falling victim to brutal wolf attacks, leaving dozens of sheep injured or dead. The emotional toll and financial burden of these attacks are devastating. Communities living in wolf-infested regions are left feeling unsafe in their everyday lives, with the constant fear of losing livestock, which many depend on for their livelihoods. Why are wolves a problem? Wolves, known for their intelligence and hunting instincts, often target sheep herds, and their attacks can be disastrous. A single pack of wolves can destroy an entire flock in one night, wreaking havoc on local farming operations. The psychological and financial stress placed on farmers cannot be overstated. The solution: trapping wolves. To combat this rising threat, trapping has become a traditional yet effective solution to control the wolf population in specific areas. By strategically placing traps in known wolf habitats, farmers can significantly reduce the number of attacks, ensuring the safety of both livestock and the community. While trapping is not without controversy, it remains one of the most practical and humane ways to manage the wolf population while protecting vulnerable farmers and their livestock. What do you think about trapping as a solution? Do you agree or think there's a better approach? Leave a comment with a 3 if you want to learn more about how trapping could make a difference, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates. How farmers are fighting back against wolves, hunting, trapping, and protection measures. The growing threat of wolves to farmers and livestock. Farmers and sheep herders across the country are increasingly faced with the terrifying presence of wolves attacking livestock. These attacks often leave flocks of sheep destroyed, and farmers are left with not only emotional distress but also significant financial loss. The growing wolf population is threatening the safety of farming communities, making it essential to find practical solutions to protect livestock and safeguard agricultural resources. The solution: hunting and trapping wolves. While wolves are a natural predator, they've become a threat to local communities due to their growing numbers. Hunting wolves has proven to be an effective way of managing their presence, provided environmental protection laws and hunting regulations are strictly followed. These rules are in place to ensure that the hunting is done sustainably, without jeopardizing the ecosystem. Additional protection methods: fences, spotlights, and hunting dogs. But hunting alone is not enough. Farmers are also turning to enhanced security measures to protect their land and livestock. Fencing creates a physical barrier to keep wolves out of vulnerable areas, while spotlights and hunting dogs are used to deter wolves from approaching the farm in the first place. This combination of hunting and preventative measures is proving to be a game changer in the fight against wolf invasions. Monkeys on the rise: the growing threat of invasive species and its impact on communities. The invasive monkey problem, a growing threat to health and agriculture. Invasive monkey populations are spreading rapidly, and they're becoming a serious concern for both local communities and farmers. Monkeys have started appearing in urban streets, tourist areas, and beaches, often attacking people and causing serious safety concerns. Their aggressive behavior and rapid reproduction are turning these primates into a significant problem for communities everywhere. The dangers of monkeys: disease, damage, and economic loss. What makes this invasion even more dangerous is that monkeys are vectors for diseases. They can transmit harmful diseases like rabies, hepatitis, and zoonotic infections to both humans and other wildlife. Close contact with these creatures poses a serious health threat, and their behavior can spread disease outbreaks in the local population. Monkeys also wreak havoc on agricultural farms. Their intelligence and agility allow them to raid fruit orchards and crops, causing severe damage to food production. This leads to economic losses for farmers, who are already struggling to maintain their livelihood. Farmers face destruction of crops, and the cost of repairs is mounting, creating not only an economic strain but also a growing sense of community concern. What can be done? Addressing the monkey invasion. With the increasing threat that monkeys pose to health, agriculture, and local communities, action is needed. It's essential for local authorities, farmers, and communities to implement management strategies that can address the growing monkey population. These strategies can include population control, relocation efforts, and even public awareness campaigns to prevent the spread of diseases. Monkey hunting, a key strategy to control invasive populations and protect communities. The case for monkey hunting: protecting agriculture, health, and the environment. As monkey populations continue to rise, their negative impact on agriculture, public health, and local economies has become undeniable. Monkey hunting has emerged as a crucial strategy to control this invasive species and protect farms, human health, and community livelihoods. While not a perfect solution on its own, hunting plays a significant role in mitigating the damage caused by these animals. Protecting farms and livelihoods. Monkeys are notorious for destroying crops and raiding farms, causing tremendous economic losses. By hunting these animals, farmers can reduce the damage done to their livelihoods, ensuring a more stable food source for local communities and helping preserve the economic stability of agricultural regions. It's a practical measure to safeguard valuable resources, reduce economic strain, and keep food supplies secure. Preventing the spread of disease. Besides their damage to crops, monkeys are known to be carriers of diseases that can affect both humans and animals. Monkey hunting plays an essential role in preventing the spread of zoonotic diseases, such as rabies and hepatitis, which are transmitted through close contact with infected animals. By managing their populations, we can reduce the health risks and protect human health, especially in areas where monkey activity is prevalent. The need for regulation and sustainable practices. Of course, monkey hunting must be carefully regulated. To ensure the sustainability of the practice and avoid harmful effects on local ecosystems, strict environmental and wildlife protection laws should be in place. Hunting should not be the only solution. It must be complemented with efforts to educate the public, establish sanctuaries, and find long-term solutions for managing monkey populations. Responsible management ensures that hunting doesn't endanger other species or cause unforeseen ecological damage. A balanced approach for a safer future. Monkey hunting, when combined with education and conservation efforts, can offer a balanced approach to solving this issue. It's important that the community and local authorities work together to create sustainable solutions that address the immediate threats while preserving the environment for future generations. The European rabbit invasion, a growing crisis for Australia's economy and environment. The unstoppable European rabbit, a growing threat to Australia's economy and ecosystem. The European rabbit explosion in Australia stands as one of the most extreme examples of how invasive species can wreak havoc. These rabbits, known for their incredible reproduction rates and adaptability, have spread across vast regions of the country, from deserts to humid climates, and caused massive environmental and economic damage. Environmental devastation, $1 million crisis. The economic cost of the European rabbit invasion is staggering. Each year, it results in a loss of approximately $1.5 billion, with $1 billion of that figure directly attributed to environmental damage. Rabbits degrade soil quality, contribute to erosion, and severely damage native plant species by overgrazing. This has led to irreversible ecological imbalances, threatening the survival of unique Australian wildlife and ecosystems. Agricultural impact, millions of dollars lost. Beyond the environmental damage, agriculture has been severely impacted by the rabbit population boom. Their constant digging, feeding, and destruction of crops results in losses amounting to $500 million annually. Farmers face the constant threat of crop damage, and many areas have seen reduced agricultural productivity as a result. With rabbits burrowing into pastures and fields, they create hazardous conditions that compromise the integrity of farm operations. A wide-ranging problem, across diverse habitats. What makes the European rabbit particularly dangerous is its ability to thrive in a wide variety of environments. From mountainous regions to arid deserts, these rabbits have adapted to nearly every corner of Australia. Their resilience makes them nearly impossible to contain, and their explosive population growth is outpacing current efforts to manage the invasion. The widespread nature of this problem only adds to its complexity, requiring more innovative solutions to curb the population. The need for immediate action. With the environmental and agricultural consequences becoming more severe each year, the urgent need for a comprehensive strategy to tackle the European rabbit invasion has never been clearer. Australia must invest in sustainable control measures and restoration projects to protect its biodiversity and agricultural economy. The 1923 rabbit hunt: how Australia's battle against invasive species shaped the nation's future. Australia's battle against the rabbit invasion, the 1923 hunt and its lasting impact. In 1923, the Australian government organised a massive rabbit hunt to combat the exploding wild rabbit population that had been devastating the environment and economy. Over 100,000 people participated, and together, they managed to capture millions of rabbits. This historic hunt marked a significant step toward controlling the wild rabbit population and has been credited as a pivotal moment in Australia's ongoing fight against invasive species. The challenge of rabbit invasions, a growing crisis. The rabbit problem in Australia was spiraling out of control. With their rapid reproduction rates and destructive feeding habits, rabbits caused irreparable damage to crops, native vegetation, and ecosystems. As the population grew, so did the environmental costs, leading the government to take action. By organizing a nationwide hunt, Australia aimed to curb the damage and begin the long road toward ecological recovery. The importance of daytime rabbit hunting, ideal locations and strategy. Today, daytime rabbit hunting is still an effective method of managing populations, particularly in areas with abundant vegetation, such as grasslands or bush regions. Australia's diverse climates, from the tropical to semi-arid, provide ideal settings for hunting rabbits, making it an ongoing strategy in areas like the south, southeast, and central savanna. The primary goal is not just to reduce rabbit numbers but also to protect the Australian environment from the harmful effects of their invasion. Hunting with precision, the process and safety measures. Successful hunting requires careful preparation and attention to detail. The hunt typically begins at first light, when wild rabbits emerge to forage and find shelter under bushes. A hunter's approach must be silent and precise, ensuring an immediate kill to prevent unnecessary suffering. The harvested rabbits are then used as food or animal feed, contributing to local food security and minimizing waste. It's crucial for hunters to follow strict hunting laws and use appropriate hunting equipment. Before setting out, hunters are required to conduct safety checks on their gear and ensure they are hunting in safe locations. This ensures the process is not only effective but also respects Australian wildlife protection laws. Sustaining natural balance, the role of responsible hunting. Rabbit hunting in Australia is more than just a necessary practice, it is part of a larger effort to maintain the natural balance of the ecosystem. By adhering to safety protocols, hunting regulations, and environmental guidelines, participants contribute to a healthier and more sustainable environment. This approach ensures that the Australian wilderness can recover and thrive without being overwhelmed by invasive species. Nighttime rabbit hunting, the key to controlling invasive populations in Australia. The power of nighttime rabbit hunting, a sustainable solution for Australia's ecological crisis. In Australia, controlling the wild rabbit population is a critical issue that requires careful planning and effective hunting strategies. While daytime hunting has long been a go-to method, nighttime rabbit hunting has emerged as a particularly effective solution for managing this invasive species. But why is hunting at night so powerful in the fight against rabbits? and how does it help preserve Australia's delicate environment? Adhering to Australian hunting laws, safety and respect for nature. First and foremost, safety and respect for the environment are central to successful hunting. Hunters must strictly follow Australian hunting laws, use the correct equipment, and ensure the safety of both themselves and the wildlife in the area. It's essential to comply with these rules to protect the ecological balance and to ensure the sustainable control of rabbit populations. Adhering to safety protocols reduces the risk of accidents and ensures a respectful hunting process, benefiting both nature and the community. The impact of nighttime hunting, effective and efficient. Nighttime hunting offers distinct advantages. Rabbits are most active during the evening hours, when they leave their nests to forage for food. This provides an excellent opportunity for hunters to target rabbits at their most vulnerable. Headlights are often used to illuminate the rabbits more clearly, increasing the likelihood of successful hunts. The dark conditions not only make it easier to spot rabbits, but they also reduce the risk of disturbing other wildlife, preserving the natural habitat. Additionally, hunting at night allows for greater efficiency in controlling populations. Skilled hunters can capture up to 20 to 30 rabbits in a single night, making a significant impact on the rabbit population. While the number of rabbits caught can vary depending on factors like the hunter's skill and hunting conditions, the overall results are highly effective. A significant contribution to the environment. Nighttime rabbit hunting plays a key role in reducing the environmental damage caused by the growing rabbit population. According to government estimates, 100 million rabbits are destroyed annually, making a substantial contribution to efforts aimed at protecting Australia's agriculture and native ecosystems. By hunting rabbits at night, hunters are helping prevent crop destruction, land degradation, and the depletion of native plants. Ensuring long-term sustainability, responsible hunting practices. At the core of this strategy is responsible hunting, ensuring the practice is done with respect and sustainability in mind. This includes carefully monitoring rabbit populations, hunting within regulations, and using humane methods to control populations. Ecological balance is maintained by limiting the impact of the rabbit population on the environment, while community safety is ensured by controlling the spread of disease and agricultural damage. Nighttime rabbit hunting isn't just an efficient way to tackle invasive species, it's an integral part of Australia's commitment to environmental protection and sustainability. By engaging in responsible hunting practices, the country can work toward long-term solutions that safeguard both its wildlife and human populations. Fighting the carp invasion, innovative methods to protect Mississippi's ecosystem. In Mississippi, an invasive species is wreaking havoc on the local ecosystem, and its name is the carp. This freshwater fish was introduced in the 19th century from Europe to improve fishing industries, but it quickly spiraled out of control, becoming a major environmental threat. With an estimated population of 100 million carp, these fish have had a profound impact on Mississippi's biodiversity. The problem is made worse by the carp's rapid reproductive rate. Each female can lay up to 100,000 eggs at a time, causing their numbers to skyrocket. So, how is Mississippi combating this growing crisis? The answer lies in a combination of innovative measures that are helping to bring this invasive species under control. The impact of carp on Mississippi's ecosystem. Carp, while once introduced for farming purposes, have become a nuisance in Mississippi's waters. Their explosive reproduction rate has led to a dramatic increase in their population. As these fish multiply rapidly, they cause significant damage to local ecosystems. They stir up sediment, destroy aquatic plants, and compete with native species for food, making it harder for local wildlife to thrive. The imbalance they create is threatening the very foundation of Mississippi's aquatic biodiversity. Woven nets, a revolutionary approach to catching carp. Farmers in Mississippi are taking action by implementing a groundbreaking solution, woven nets. These nets have proven to be much more efficient than traditional fishing methods. Specially designed to catch invasive fish, they allow farmers to harvest carp more effectively and at a faster rate. The nets are stretched across the water, anchored at both ends along the banks. Once deployed, a boat moves through the water, creating disturbance that forces the fish into the nets. The result? A highly effective method for removing large numbers of carp from Mississippi's waters. Why woven nets work better than other methods? Unlike conventional methods, woven nets offer a higher level of precision and efficiency. By stretching the net across the water, farmers can create a large, strategic trap that captures carp without harming the surrounding ecosystem. The design of the nets allows for easy deployment and faster harvest times, making it possible to remove invasive carp at a much higher rate than traditional fishing techniques. This method is also eco-friendly, ensuring that only the invasive species are targeted without harming other wildlife in the process. How the nets help protect Mississippi's biodiversity. By removing the invasive carp, farmers are taking an essential step in restoring balance to Mississippi's aquatic ecosystems. The rapid removal of these invasive fish helps reduce the pressure they place on local species, allowing native fish populations and plant life to regenerate. The innovative use of woven nets is helping to ensure that Mississippi's biodiversity is preserved for future generations. Looking ahead, a sustainable solution for the future. The fight against invasive carp is an ongoing challenge, but with the use of woven nets, farmers are making great strides in managing their numbers. While there's still work to be done, this innovative method is an essential part of the solution, and it's helping to pave the way for a more sustainable approach to managing invasive species in Mississippi's waters.